know not to come and attack at midday. But a bit like the virus, isn't it? A bit like the virus, at 10 o'clock at night, it's going to come out and you have to close all the pubs. Yeah? This is how weird it is. On Thursday night, you were ordering hundreds of people to go home. Okay? You then kettled over 200 people in a confined space. Yeah, you were ordering people to go home. How ironic is that you potentially kettled 200 people together who then could potentially, one of them have the virus, okay? How many people then are potentially infected by your actions as the Metropolitan Police Force the other night? No comment on that?
I was at home isolating where I should have been, sir.
Sorry?
I was at home isolating with my family where I should have been.
Well, you should have been.
Yeah,
Tell me where.
at home.
Yeah, but where in law, it tells me I've got to stay home because exercising and work, and my work's exempt because I'm classed as a key worker, okay? I don't have to be in. And if I want to go out and exercise for 12 hours a day, every day of the week, you can, because there's no stipulation on the time exercise can take place. Where people got an hour from, I don't know, because there's nothing in Corona legislation that says an hour, is there?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, not that you're aware of, so why are you telling people to go home? So you're aware of the legislation, right? Yeah, you're ordering people to go home.
I'm not doing anything.
Well, you have been. No, what you got to remember is you wear the same uniform as 30,000 other people within the Met Police.
Right,
Yeah?
okay.
So when I say you, I'm referring to the uniform, not the individual. But you officers like to make it about your individual selves, don't you? Because whenever everybody says, you've done this, well, you turn around and say, well, I haven't done this. Well, no, you have, because you wear the same uniform. So what that officer does to the left of you, you've done. What that officer does to the right of you, is you've done. The same thing that is when I stood on the battlefield, what the left-hand side and the right-hand side did affected me as a person. Okay? So we're all said, you're human, I'm a human. You know, look what we're doing. Can you see that it's really right in what you're being asked to do? What you're being asked to do as a constable, okay, is probably not what you signed up to do. You signed up to help and serve the people, the public, yeah? And that's what a lot of officers do. This isn't serving and protecting the public. Come on, constable, look around you. Look how many hundred people got arrested the other night. For what? For what? For exercising their rights that you've got a right to do. Don't our lives matter? Don't my life, do you value my life?
I do,
Because
yeah,
I certainly value
person's
your
life.
life, because you're a human being. I certainly value your life, okay? And I'm only here because I want to do what's just, fair, and true. You've got to really look inside your head, and you've got to go home at night to your wife and kids and actually question what you're actually being asked to do. Because I certainly would if I wore that uniform, like I certainly did when I was in the army. Because even though you're ordered to do, and I understand,
So
you're
you're about to say exactly what I'm thinking in my head, right? Yeah. I'm ordered to do certain things, aren't I? That doesn't
yeah,
necessarily
but
mean
as a
that I agree
person,
with what I
but
do.
as a person, as a human being, you have a right to question those orders, and you have a right to say no. Okay? And you have a right to come and stand with me, which you have a right to do now, sir. Okay? I value your life because I'm doing this not only for me and the thousands of other people that want to bring this tyranny to an end. I'm ultimately doing it for you as well, Constable Simmons. I'm doing it for you, your wife, your children, and their futures. Because my future, okay, I'm midlife. Okay, I've got very small children, and you look like a young gentleman yourself. You look like you've got a young family. Okay? You've got to start thinking of them now, sir. If I can bring one police officer out into my way of thinking, okay, I've done my job and what I've set out to do. Okay, I get police officers listening to me. I can see that you're listening to me. I don't know if it's going in or you're computing. But all I implore you to do as a human being, value everyone's life is here. And if they're not committing any offences under common law, the law you signed up to when you took that oath of office, okay? I do solemnly, sincerely affirm and declare that I will bear true allegiance to the Queen. Okay? That was your starting line of your officers. Okay? And you will exercise the office of constable with fair and due diligence. And you will serve the people. Remember your oath of office, please, sir. Because I implore you, because at the moment, what you're being asked to do is not legal and it's not lawful. Okay? It's tyranny. Because the coronavirus legislation was rushed into force. It hasn't been properly done. Okay? It is an illegal document. Okay? We are governed by consent in this country. We're governed by consent. That is the only three things I have to abide by in this life is injury, harm, and loss. I mustn't injure anybody, I mustn't harm anybody, and I mustn't cause anybody any loss. What I'm doing here today is doing neither. Okay? And I'm actually doing the country a service by keeping thousands of people away. What more can I say? I just want to touch your human nature side. I want you to go home tonight, okay, and think about that gentleman you met in the morning, or the afternoon now, who actually spoke calmly and collectively to you and spoke to respect to you. Think about what I said. Think about your wife and family.
That's all I do think about is my wife and my family.
What you're doing here at the moment, sir, is not really thinking about your wife and family's future or what's really going on. Really start to question what you're being asked to do by your senior officers. Because, like you said, you might not like doing it, and you might think it's completely wrong. But as a human being, you have a right to say no, and no more. And the moment you do, I will stand to you and I will embrace you like a brother. Because we are all family, we are all one. We are human, okay? We are living, breathing entities. We all have feelings. You have feelings. Your feelings matter. That officer's feelings matter. So does that one there. And I love you all, no matter what you've done to us. But I really do hope you actually think about what I've done and what I've said. I really do, because this is tyranny. Tyranny at its finest. And I'm here to stand and say no more. But I am one man. I'm not many. And I need the many, not the few. So if I can bring one out, then another one might join me. And that's my ultimate goal. I'm not here to bring trouble. I'm not here for violence or confrontation. I'm here for truth and justice for every person that is in this country and on this planet. Because we need to fight this now, because it's only going to get worse. We really need to change this now, because this isn't right. Okay? I should have been allowed, and everyone should have been allowed, regardless of status in this country, be allowed to attend that war memorial at 11 o'clock and lay their wreaths like all the elitist politicians and bureaucrats that are in this country. We should be allowed. We are not second-class citizens. We are the same. We are human. And all I ask you to listen. But anyway, thank you for listening to me.
Take care, buddy.